I am Amolendu Chottopaddhay. Today, I would like to discuss particularly on two aspects, namely on Atma and on death-pervading memory. This term, particularly death-pervading memory, this term, or you can say the memory carrying consciousness even after death. This term is coined by Sri Thakur. Now, whatever little I have gathered about Gita is entirely due to Atma Priyananda Maharaj of Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda University, Belur, West Bengal. Afterwards, I have come across the philosophy, the sayings, the sermons, and also the day-to-day life of Sri Thakur. And what I think is that the sayings of Gita and sayings of Thakur are mutually complementary. In order to understand the sayings of Sri Thakur, we should understand the elementary knowledge of Gita, because that will be helpful. Similarly, to understand the sayings of Gita, we should know at least the elementary knowledge of the sayings of Sri Thakur. This is my personal opinion. Now, you all know the term Atma. It is also called as soul, spirit, self, etc. And at least who do not believe in rebirth, in the theory of rebirth, or the doctrine of rebirth, they also, are familiar. They are familiar with the term Atma. In condolence meeting, we used to say, "May his or her soul rest in peace." Now, what is Atma? In order to answer this term, you will have to analyze, who am I? Am I this body only? The answer is no, not only the body. Behind the body, there is mind. Now, am I only body and mind? The answer is again no. There is an object behind mind, which is called Atma. So, in a way, we are three-layered entity. Now, death is intimately connected with Atma. We all know. Now, what is death? When cessation of life. You can say it is it's a cessation of life. And Atma, according to Sri Thakur, is unchangeable, permanent, motile entity. It is his saying. He wrote a letter when he was newly wedded. He wrote a letter to his newly wedded wife, stating that, see, everything is changing. Just think, when we were children, just imagine about the surroundings of that time. But now everything is changing, even ourselves. So, can you say, is there any object which is permanent, which is unchangeable? It is the Atma. He himself had answered. Now the question is death the end of existence or end of the road? In other words, everything is lost in death? The answer is no. Sri Thakur says, the Atma, which he at times defined as ectoplasmic being. And in order to clarify ectoplasmic body, he says that you and your photo are same thing. Ectoplasmic being or ectoplasmic body is the Atma plus complexes. Complexes, as you know, sex, anger, etc. So, even after death, ectoplasmic body remains. And let us discuss the sayings of Gita regarding the Atma. Particularly, I will chant two slokas. 20th sloka of second chapter. न जायते म्रियते व कदाचिन नयं भूत्वा वदिता वन भुवोः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. The literal meaning of this sloka is that never is this born, this means this Atma is born, no jayate, and never does it die, no mriyote, nor is it that having come to exist, it will again cease to be. This one is birthless. Ajo means birthless. Nitya means eternal. Shashwata means undecaying. Puran means ancient. And it is not killed when the body is killed. This is the nature of Atma as it is depicted in Gita. And the another sloka, it says like this. Basang sajirnani jatha vihayo Navani grinhati naropurani Tatha sharirani vihaya jirna Nannani sanjati navani dehi. It is the 22nd sloka of second chapter. The literal meaning of this sloka is, as after rejecting worn out clothes, a man takes up other new ones. Likewise, after rejecting worn out bodies, the embodied one unites with other new ones. This is the nature of Atma. Now, regarding Thakur's saying, he says that Jivatma is, he has given an example. He says that steam works within the engine. In other words, engine is propelled by the steam. Now, if it happens like this, that the engine gets damaged, then it means that dead. That is, engine is the body, while steam is the Atma, or you can say the Jivatma. And at least in his saying, at least a feeble understanding on Atma actually appears to my mind, because it means that it likes steam. In other places, he has also termed this Atma as vital flow or life arch, vital force, etc. And he says that it is a constantly moving object. It's a constantly moving entity. Why? He says Atma, it comes from the Oth root. Root means it comes from Oth. Oth means moving. And according to him, it is also a fine body. It is also a fine matter. If our body is made up of matter, if our mind is made up of matter, Atma is also made up of fine matter. It is his saying. Now, regarding the death, once Thakur told to some of the mothers who were present at that time. He told that, do you understand? Can you understand whether something is there even after death? Maya auntie, one of the mother, he said that yes, I do think so, but you please explain us. Sri Thakur said, yes, it remains. It is not the end of the existence. Then another mother named Susilama. Well, Thakur, after death, people actually burnt away the gross body. Then how his or her existence remains? Sri Thakur said, still there is a body. And definitely that is a very fine body. I can understand that body through my sophisticated sensory organs. And you see, the dream that people used to see, maybe there is a truth behind it, Thakur has said. And then Susilama said, you see, can it feel like us? Thakur says, yes, it can feel. Yes, it can feel. And how is it possible? Thakur said, you see, it is after all a body, and feelings is felt by the mind. And if there is a body, there is a mind behind. So, Atma can feel everything. It is his understanding. And we all know that we remain in three states. First is awakening state, and then dream state, and the third state is what is known as deep sleep state or sushupti state. Now, we cannot say that only awakening state is reality. The other two states are non-reality. No, it is not. Every state is a reality. So, but death, you see, Thakur, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, he you see, he dislikes death. That is why he has said like this: do never die, nor cause death. Fight death to death. A person asked him, what are you telling, Thakur? Because death is inevitable. How can we resist death? Thakur said, it's no credit to accept that death is inevitable. We are called sons of immortality. If it is so, then why don't we strive for getting immortality, for achieving immortality? Now, death can be conquered. According to Thakur, death can be conquered. He has also said like this, that death is a curable disease. Now, how? There are two processes by which death can be conquered, according to him. First, by enlengthening our lifespan. You see, by enlengthening lifespan. How is it possible? You see, we'll have to lead a good lifestyle. We'll have to take sadhvik food. And in diseases, we will have to, take medicine. And we must, exhibit sadachar. And this sadachar means we'll have to be very cautious. There are three types of sadachar, namely bodily sadachar. It means that we will have to remain clean because according to him, cleanliness is next to godliness. Thakur himself, you see, he was very clean. You see, he was not, in that way extravagant. No, he was not like that. But he was very clean, and we'll have to be clean in mind also. We should not expect others' loss, others, you see, harm. These are some of the, you see, internal sadachar, not external. And lastly, the spiritual sadachar. It means that I will have to, you see, strive to get, I will have to try to get God. You see, in whatever way. Maybe somebody may not believe in God directly. Well, for them, karma yoga is there. And those who believe in God, for them there are other three yogas: Gyan yoga, Dhyan yoga, and Bhakti yoga. And according to all prophets, I should say, Bhakti yoga is the simplest avenue to get God. And in Bhakti yoga, taking initiation from a Sadguru is very important. And repeating his holy name. You see, these two aspects are very important in Bhakti yoga. And in today's world, I should say, it is the most simplest one. And so, by practicing, you see, good lifestyle, by taking, you see, easily digestible food, and in necessity, by taking medicines in diseases, and also by exhibiting sadachar, we may enlengthen our lifespan. As a matter of fact, today's science, you see, it is working just to enhance or enlengthen our lifespan. And so much amount of money is being spent for this purpose. But you see, we will have to be cautious about the lifestyle, about the food, about the sadachar. We cannot ignore these aspects also. Now, the second avenue by which we can conquer death is by achieving memory-carrying consciousness after death. Or in other words, we may tell it death-pervading memory. Death-pervading memory. This term, as I already mentioned, is coined by Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra. Now, what is Srutivahi Chetana or memory-carrying consciousness or, you see, death-pervading memory? Let us try to understand this term. You see, let's say, for example, I am 62 years old fellow. Now, up to 62 years, I am carrying my memory in my consciousness. Up to 62 years. Means that within 62 years of my lifespan, I can at least recollect some of the, you see, important incidents of my life. They are still fresh in my life. It means that I am carrying my memory into my consciousness. This consciousness is what is known as memory carrying consciousness. Now, how long I can carry this consciousness? Generally, up to death, till death. But in death, this consciousness will discontinue. This is the normal situation. I am not talking about some of the persons who are suffering from dementia. That is a kind of disease. But in general, what happens is that we carry memory carrying consciousness as long as we are living. But in death, what happens? In death, according to Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, a pitch darkness appears. And after that, you see, loud sounds of bell, you see, it actually, strikes. And at the same time, or you can say simultaneously, we will see, or the dead person will see, galaxy of lights, you can say, or a whirling of light. And these two phenomena, these two occurrences have actually, these two occurrences are the prime reasons why our memory carrying consciousness discontinues. But according to Sri Thakur, he says that it is possible to achieve this death pervading memory, or you can say it is possible to carry memory in the consciousness even after death. This is something new, I should say. Now here the question arises. Now what are is there any proof that what he is telling is correct? Yes, there is at least some, we can say some evidence. For example, Jatishwar means knower of former life. There are some people who actually know the memory or the events of their former life. Well, they are very, very few in number, but it is possible. That means they are capable to retain death pervading memory. They are capable to retain the memories of their past life. Maybe someone for one generation and someone for more than one generation. And just to do research on this Jatishwar, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra had deputed Sushil Chandra Bosu to do research on Jatishwar. And Sushil Chandra Bose, he actually tried his level best, and he was able to find some Jatishwars. Shantidi, who resided at Delhi, she was one of them. She clearly, actually, had recollected his past life. Actually, all of her sayings were absolutely correct. Now, the question is, whether a person can recollect the memories of more than one life. Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra has said, yes, there is a child in Chennai who has the memory for 7 generations. I'm talking about this child at Thakur's time. Now, the question is, so there are people, who can at least retain their past life. Even someone or most of them for one past life, and some, maybe very, very few, they can recollect memories of more than 2 or 3 or at least, or at best 7 generations, not more than that. But according to Thakur, if a single person, if a single person can recollect his past life, then there is a possibility. And according to him, his favorite saying is that, a single white crow disproves that crows are black. Now, the question arises, we have got some of the persons who know or who knew their past life, but is there anybody who knows the memories of all the lives he passed? The answer is yes. Who? The answer is Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, he had, vivid recollection of his past life. In fifth sloka of fourth chapter of Gita, a sloka is there. Bahuni me betitani janmani tavocarjuno tannaham veda sarvani natang betto param tapo. It means that, or literal meaning is, oh Juno, many lives of mine have passed, and so have yours. I know them all, but you know not. Oh scorcher of enemies. So here Lord Krishna, he clearly states that yes, the difference between you and me is that you are not able to recollect the memories of your past life, but I have the ability. This is the difference. Now, as far as Sri Thakur Anukulchand is concerned, he had also he had all the vivid recollection of his past life. For example, he said once that he had an idea that he lived beside a river, indicating it all. That possibly that river was Jamuna. It means that maybe he was Lord Ramachandra. Then, in other time, he said that I was I lived in a wooden building, let's say near Manipur or like that, indicating that he was the Lord Buddha. And also, in other time, he said that he was in a kunj, indicating possibly Vrindavan, that is, he was the Lord Sri Krishna. But what he wanted, that this death-pervading memory should be innate normal nature of all humans. I should say one thing, the Sri Thakur Anukulchand is absolutely a science, or you can say science-based spiritual master. All his sayings have or you can say all his sayings are based on solid science. Because he had not only preached things, he demonstrated something. As I have told you, like Santiji. And in case of, or you can say how to achieve death-pervading memory, Thakur has at least given some glimpses. The first is, or the first way or avenue to achieve death-pervading memory or memory-carrying consciousness after death is that, you see, if a person goes on practicing, and goes on practicing, unfolding his past, it is possible to inaugurate memory-carrying consciousness. For example, a person tries to recollect the event of his, let's say today's event. When he goes to sleep, before that, he must recollect the events of today's happenings. And try to analyze them, think them, and watch them. He must watch them very keenly about his role in those happenings, in those events. And gradually, he should increase, he should enhance his thinking, his analysis, or of the events of yesterday. So by this way, by analyzing and thinking the events of in backward direction, I should say, in backward direction, it may so happen that in time he may even recollect, or he may recollect even for, you see, his childhood also. It is possible. And there are other ways also. For example, if the cells of our brain, you see, if the cells of our brain are properly stimulated through, you see, repeating the holy name of Sadguru and meditation of his Sadguru, many memories of our past lives may appear in awakening state and also in dream state, as I told you. Because in Susupta state, we cannot recollect anything. Actually, in Susupta state, only Atma is there. Just a very fine membrane is covered. Yeah, you see, Atma is covered by a very fine membrane at Susupta state or deep sleep state. But in awakening state, as I've told you, all the three entities, namely Atma and mind and body, all the three entities are there. But in dream state, what happens? Actually, the body state, or you can say the sense of body, disappears. But mind and Atma are there. So, according to Thakur, if the cells of our brain are properly stimulated through repeating holy name and meditation, many memories of, you see, of this present life as well as of our past life may appear in awakening state and also in dream state. As a matter of fact, in dream state, we ordinary people even see things which you cannot, you see, which you cannot think it actually. In our, you see, wildest thought, I should say. But if it has no existence at all, then why do we see it? This is the question. Maybe in one of our past lives, maybe we had come across such sins. So it means that there may be some truth behind the dream. Not always, I should say, but in some cases, truth maybe there. You see, there are other avenues. That is, again, Thakur is always, you see, he is always inspiring. He says that we have conscious entity. It is not difficult to invade beyond. He says that we have conscious entity. It is not difficult to invade beyond. It is his saying. And he says that we want to conquer death, and achieving death-pervading memory is, in a way, achieving immortality. In that case, what Gita says, that is, you see, as I told you regarding the Basang Sijirna Nijasa Vihayo, means that after, you see, as after rejecting worn out clothes, a man takes up other new one. Likewise, after rejecting worn out bodies, the embodied one unites with other new one. Similarly, if, according to Thakur, if we can achieve the death-pervading memory, then we can, in a way, we can conquer death. Because in this situation, we will tell that, well, I have simply rejected my just old body. But I am the same person, because I can easily recollect the happenings of my last life. Not only of last life, of the, you see, all the past life. And so, the third is by speaking Sadguru. This is very important. By speaking Sadguru, if a disciple sticks to his Ishto or Sadguru and goes on working for Ishto even up to his last breath, then after his death, he will get higher quality of life for certain, and even attain memory carrying consciousness or death pervading memory. This is also one of the easiest, I should say, avenues to achieve death pervading memory. And you see, the question is that whether we should know, or whether is it very necessary to know this Sthitibahi Chetana? Yes, it is very necessary, because we people, you see, fear for death, and there are reasons, sufficient reasons to be, fearful, to be fearful, because according to Thakur, he says that a person, can accept death only when he does not know what is death, only when he does not know the phenomenon of death. Because according to him, it is really very difficult to take rebirth. Because after a person dies, there is a time limit when he remains as Jivatma before taking his rebirth. During this time, you see, this Jivatma, you see, has to travel a long distance to take rebirth. Why? Because this question was asked to him, that how long Jivatma remains before taking rebirth. He says like this, he said like this, that unless it gets parents having same tuning with the impression and inclination of that person during copulation, this Jivatma will have to remain as Jivatma. But the tragedy is this Jivatma has all the feelings. Maybe it is a very fine entity, and as Thakur has termed it as ectoplasmic being, but after all, it's a being. And according to Thakur, has clearly stated that if body is composed of matter, Atma is also composed of matter. If energy and matter are the two states, two different states of the same thing, still as the case with the body, mind, and Atma. Atma is the fine matter, according to him. Now, so you just see, to take bath is no easy path, is no easy route. It takes a long way. You see, and during this pathway, you see, number of times the Jivatma will have to face hurdles, obstacles for taking bath. But without taking bath as human being, no sort of enhancement, no sort of development is possible. So therefore, Jivatma will have to take rebirth. There is no other way. So we will have to achieve this Sthitibahi Chetana, or memory carrying consciousness even after death, or in other words, death pervading memory. In that case, you see, we can say that we have conquered death. Actually, Sri Thakur Chandra, very much, you see, he wanted us to work in this direction, and you see, and he wanted that we should conquer, we should achieve, we should conquer death, and we should achieve this death pervading memory. I haven't come across such a term in my lifetime, and at least whatever he has said, there is some science behind it, which is you see, very inspiring, at least people like me, because, you see, not that he has preached something without taking the challenges to prove it. As I've told you, he deputed some of the devotees to do research in this subject, and he has also given some glimpses, has given some indications, and given some hints how to achieve it. And these are the reason why, as I have told you, that he is the, you see, I should say, a spiritual master with a solid scientific base. So for today, this is my humble submission. See, in Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says in a sloka that, you see, those you see, reaching me, they do not need to take rebirth. And the sloka is Abrahma bhuvanal loka punah avartina arjuna mamupetta tukanteyo punarjanmo naviddate. It is the 8th sloka of 16th. It is the 16th sloka, 16th number sloka of 8th chapter. The literal meaning is, O Arjuna, all the worlds together with the world of Brahma are subject to rebirth. But O son of Kunti, there is no rebirth after reaching me. You see, this is what is, known as liberation or salvation, you can say. Sri Thakur has said it repeatedly. That, as I've told you, that a disciple, if a disciple sticks to his Ishto or Sadguru and goes on working for Ishto, you see, then after his death, he will get higher quality of life, if at all he needs to take rebirth, and even attains this memory carrying consciousness or death pervading memory. As a matter of fact, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, he has said that, the Mamupatto Tukanteo Punarjanma Naviddati, this part, he says that to achieve an immortality, so that man can be fulfilled in God. Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra has explained this part, that is Mamu Petto Tukanteo Punarjanma Naviddati. You see, like this, that is to achieve and immortality, so that man can be fulfilled in God. That is to achieve death pervading memory. That is according to, you see, in Gita, what Lord Sri Krishna says, that, you see, that person who reaches me, he does not need to take rebirth. Or there is no rebirth for that person. Similar is the case. You see, this part of the sloka is nicely explained, you see, I should say, in the present context by Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, like this, that is to achieve this death pervading memory, that is a kind of immortality, and so that man can be fulfilled in God. Remember. So in the, you see, last but not the least, here science is blended with religion, because Sadguru, who is actually the God himself, we need his help to attain salvation, to attain liberation. The same thing, actually, there are two aspects in religion. One is called divine part, the other is called discrete part. Divine part, all the prophets, you see, they say the same thing. That part is what is included under divine part. But in case there is a discrete part also. Here, prophet, you see, they tell something new. They actually give new syllabus. So, as I've told you, that is the new, you see, the explanation of Mamukastatu Kanteo Punarjanmana Vidyate, the way Thakur has explained it, as I've told you, that is, to achieve death-pervading memory, means that, to achieve death-pervading memory, that is immortality, so that man can be full.